Hello and welcome back to Stonehearth. So before recording this episode, somebody left a comment. Actually, it was the Zero Cha. I think I got that right because I said it. It's been a while since I said that name, and I remember I said it right one time, and I think that's how I said it. Anyway, he posted a picture of a mountain he's building, which looks really cool. And I'm probably going to just reply to that comment, but I also wanted to mention it in the video because, like, if you see that comment, you should check it out because that place is really coming along. It started a lot smaller, and it looks like it's about... I don't know how much I would say it's done of its total completedness. It's hard for me to judge that, but it's coming along really well, and it looks really cool. So, you know, congrats. That's a really good job that you're doing there. So besides that, comes the castle that Evgeny suggested to build in the middle of the lake, and I looked at... I should probably speed up time so they build faster. I looked at pictures of castles in real life and a couple pictures of castles in Stonehearth, so I got some ideas for how it should look. I think castles are, like, technically made when you just have a bunch of buildings, like, enclosed within walls. I'm not sure if the castle is, like, a separate building, but what I saw for most of the images when I searched castle was, a lot of them were symmetric, so they had, like, they were very boxy, and oh, shoot. Let's deal with, this issue right here. Stop moving, you're paused. Stop doing that. Where did the other one go? Is it inside? Oh, looks like it. Anyway, so some of them looked very, like, uniform, very formal. Oh, and there's kobolds, too. That's not cool. I'll just have everybody try to kill the wolves first, since they're gonna be running in really quickly. Anyway, I didn't like the look of those so much, just because they looked a little bit too immaculate, a little bit too, everything in its place, kind of. So I saw a couple where they had, like, wall parts sticking out at various places, and I think they looked a lot nicer. So that's what... oh boy. Oh, that's just impossible. I'll just let them fight in the scaffolding. So that's kind of the look I want to imitate, so it's gonna be pretty boxy, but there's gonna be parts sticking out of it. It's gonna look a little bit eccentric, I guess would be the best way to describe that. What else are they fighting? Oh, the other wolf, right. You guys go fight that. Okay, because soon we're gonna have to... oh, okay, we're already there. Have to deal with these kobolds. So let's have one of them go after you. I'm gonna have you specifically go after another one. We're gonna do this whole strategy of, like, divide and conquer. You go after this one. And you can go after this one? Oh, I can't click on him well. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then one guy will just not be attacked right now. And let's see how this works out. So that's what I want to do with the middle of the lake castle. I'm thinking... okay, everyone's doing pretty well. Nobody's taking too much damage. I think having two clerics is really helpful. I'm gonna build up a platform first. Oh, and they're on fire too. That's great. And then I'm gonna put the platform, or the castle on top of it, and I'm probably gonna build the platform to be separate from the castle. Like, I'll build the platform first, have them build that, then build the castle, just because, I'm like 90% sure that when I build that... is anybody attacking that guy? I guess, I mean, they are, but, like, nobody's set to attack him. When I build that castle, I have no doubt that it's going to be, something's gonna go wrong, and I'm gonna try to click undo, and the undo button's not gonna work, so I'm probably gonna have to tear it down a couple times, and I don't want to have to keep rebuilding the platform on top of it. So, I'm just gonna build them separately and not have to deal with that. Okay, is that the only one left? I mean, I'm sure they're all attacking at anybody anyway, but, you know. Cool, so you got more compassion and health, and everybody's healed, and nobody really dropped below, I think, a quarter of their full health, which is pretty nice. Wow, the game's getting laggier. I'm not sure if it's a computer problem or, like, how long we've had this game, like, this one save game going, but it's definitely laggier from when it started, so... yeah, I might try cleaning the old computer, see if that fixes this lag, because it's pretty choppy. Let me harvest these things while they're ready to be harvested. And there's one over here. If I can get to it. There we go. And I'm gonna let those grow until maybe one day they'll turn into those really big trees. And there is way too much wool over here. I wonder why they don't have food. Do they, like, need more food than the chickens do? I can't imagine they would, but, let me tell the chef to... Oh, maybe we ran out of supplies for it. Because what do they require? They're these guys, right? Yeah, sheep. Oh, no, we are definitely not running out. Let me increase. So, maintain, like, I guess 7? I think 5 was a pretty large amount, but... Now, let's do 7 feed. And hopefully that'll fix everything. Or fix them, like, starving to death. Although we don't really need so many sheep right now, considering we have just all this wool. Did I put... Oh, I did put these down, but I don't think... Yeah, it's set to not have anything. So, would that be in animal pelts and skins, or... thread, cloth, and leather? I remember I figured this out at some point. Thread, cloth, and leather. Animal pelts and skins. What is this? Consumables, no. It's... Plants... It's one of these. I'll just put both, and hopefully the right thing will go in there. What would be smarter is if I only checked it to put one in there, so that way I'd know for sure, like, what it goes under. So I put, like, animal pelts in one box, and, the thread, cloth, and leather in the other, and then I'll know exactly which goes. I think it's this one, because this is produced goods. What did that say? A trader brings seeds from far away. Okay. Wait, I think I already... Oh, I didn't accept that? Okay, well, I'm sure we'll have that. Let me add another crate. Because we could use one. Over here. Putting it that way, come on. Just fit in here. I know you can fit in there. There we go. Perfect. I don't think I designed it that way, but it actually kind of, even though the windows look a little bit funny, it kind of worked out well. That it fits 3 crates pretty perfectly. Okay. So this is the lake. And this is the middle of the lake. I could put it like a little ways out, like over here. But that wouldn't be the middle of the lake. That'd just kind of be like a coastal building type thing. So let's start here. And let me just put down... Oh, I don't know how big this thing is going to be. So I could put down a stone foundation, which I think is the smartest thing to do. I could also put down one that looks more earth tone. So that it looks like it's coming out of the water instead of just a giant, like, stone contraption on top of the water. Sorry, I heard a noise and went to investigate, and learned it was my sister cutting bananas. So, I lost my train of thought. But let's build this. I think it might just be, oh, I don't want to do that. It might just be a stone thing coming out of the lake. I mean, it would look more ominous if it was that. So that might be the way to go. Man, this is gonna be huge. Gonna be enormous. Okay. Yeah, let's just... I think stone. Now my concern is that I don't know how big this thing's gonna be when it finishes, and I kind of would like it to be centered on this thing, but I could always... It would be pretty easy to add more, platform to it. As long as I have enough platform to put the thing on. If the castle leans more to this side, I can just add some more platform over here later. Oops. Where did I put that? Is that like floating in the... Oh no, okay. I don't know how to get rid of that. Let's just do it block by block. Okay, we're good. Oh, did I make this out of... Oh, have I been making it out of... No, I don't want that color. Ugh, this whole time. Okay, let me just take all this down. Or maybe that would be a nicer color. No, it would look kind of weird. It would look kind of like sand, which might be what we're going for. Yeah, okay. Okay, new plan. I will make it out of this. I mean, the castle is going to be stone itself, because it's a castle, and that's kind of what they're made out of. Nope. So, yes. But this will be the platform that it sits on because I think it'll look a little bit nicer. I'm not sure if I'm making this the right length. Oh, I guess oh, nope, missed a bunch of spots. Oh, missed spots all over the place. It's hard to tell because it's underwater. Let's add more over here. And over here. And then fix up this whole side. Oh boy, this is gonna take some time. Not a huge amount of time, but enough time to be annoying. Let's just put that there, and we're good. Okay. From this side, all the way to that side. I feel like there's gonna be an error in creating this. That looks good. Oh boy, I wonder how deep this water is. Might have been easier to have a floating castle. Oh, I guess we could still do that. Ooh. Also, I missed a spot. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. What I could do is just bring, like this from the shore over here over to this way, and then. But how close are we to actually building the top of that? But then a floating castle would look kind of funny. I don't know. We can always delete the platform under it later if I really want that floating castle. But then it's gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of this. This is a rather spontaneous large build. Oh my dear God, this takes so long. I'm gonna be very old by the time this reaches the surface. So, I just looked at it, and I am reasonably sure that it's sitting on top of the water. Yep, that looks like what it's doing. So this whole time I was trying to build up to the surface, and I didn't realize that it was just sitting on top of the water, which would look pretty, you know, that's not. So then we can get our floating island, but then it would also be pretty high up, which could make it look kind of cool if I built some staircases to get to it. I think this is a little bit too high, personally. It looks weird being this high up, and it's going to take them forever and a day to build, and I don't want them to spend, you know, so long just working on the platform. But, you know, having a little bit of a platform to it would kind of be cool, maybe. How tall is this, though? It's huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15 high. That's like 15 times... Oops, I don't know what I'm doing there. That's 15 times, like 67? 69 times 73, looks like. That's huge, and they'd never finish that. Ooh, that took a little while to delete. So let me just bring it down a little bit more. And I have to keep in mind that for all of this that's going up, they're gonna have to dig an equivalent amount into the ground, which might take some time. A little floating piece over there. Okay, I'm curious to see how this would look with it floating like this. I don't know, I might do something to make it look a little bit more organic too. Like, I don't know, get rid of some parts like this to make it look more like mountainous. I'm trying to get rid of more parts, but it's not really working out. Something like that. Ooh. I don't know. No. No, you know what? I'm gonna have it go up a little bit, but not nearly this amount. So I'm gonna get rid of this so long thing that I spent a good amount of time doing. So I'm gonna have it, I guess, be super big. This is 70 times, let's do 70. Let's make it a nice even number. So it'll be like, I guess, 2 above the ground. Maybe even 3. We can have a small staircase leading to it. I don't know. Ooh, camera went really far. That would probably lag the game out a little bit if I actually ended up building something out over here. Okay, so that's that. And then we can build a little staircase to it, and then I can build the castle on top of that. I could either build a dock, like, connecting to it, like a bridge, or we could just pretend that they would take boats there, which might be the better option, because, I don't know, building a bridge over there is it's gonna have to be, like, a really long, big bridge, and it's gonna look kind of funny. Let me put that there while we're at it, since, we now have that constructed. And how far did they finish constructing this? Okay, cool. So now I can tell them to get onto this and see what it looks like when it's done. We'll call this, I don't know. And then, wow, there we go. And this was the building where I'm not sure if it's going to look good or not, but we're going to just build it first to see what happens. And then we can change things based on that. So they already have a way to get into the water. I'm probably going to have to add a couple more ladders so that they can actually get where the castle is going to be. Oh, I don't know why that ladder ended over there. Okay, so that'll help them get into this area. Does this go deeper? It can't... Does it? Or is that just the way the water looks? Yeah, it looks like it's at the same height. Okay, so that's not too far. So should I go with this, or should I have it just sit on top of the water? I think a little bit of platform makes more sense, and maybe I can design it a little bit better, so I can add more of like a floor to it. Ooh, this is gonna look pretty bad because that's a whole lot of texture all at once. But I can do something like this, which will give it like, it'll look like it has some sort of a floor. And then the castle is going to be covering most of this, so it shouldn't look that, click off of this, I hate when it lights it up that much. So it won't look like such an eyesore, because right now I hate when like this much texture is on a block of this size. But again, the castle is going to be covering most of this, so it'll just make it look like it's on something in an urban area where everything's has sidewalks and places to walk, instead of just like this mound of beige sitting out of the sea. If that makes any sense. And let me add borders so it looks a little bit nicer. And then should the staircase be sticking out of this platform, or should it be like, I guess my question is like, is it going to be like this, or something like that, or is it going to be like into the actual pavement? I think this looks alright actually. That looks fine, probably. So should we have a bridge or not? Oh, this kind of isn't really in the middle. It's more closer to this side. I think that's alright. So if we did have a bridge, I could either make the bridge like, let me get out my handy dandy wood tool. I could either make it go above ground. I'm trying to figure out where this goes. It could be like above the water a decent amount, and then it'll look like it's hanging a little bit. Or I can make it touching the water. I think hanging will look a little bit nicer. Obviously it would have like some border on it, like that on either side to make it look a little bit more stable. I could also do, that's not right at all. I could also do a stone road, because that looks like it would come off of this stone platform a little bit nicer. It would look a little bit more camouflaged. So, you know what? Give me your comments, and I'll, on like how this platform should be. And I'll do that it would probably be in the next couple episodes, because again, I record like every week for the next week. So tell me how you want that done, and I will continue looking up castle designs. And in the next episode, I think they're building this pretty quickly, so I'd like to try to get started on building this building over here, and I think I should put something over here too, because it's looking kind of weird now that this is constructed to have nothing here. So those are the plans for the next episode, and I will see you guys then. Bye!